Hey y'all. It's so interesting because as soon as I said, hey y'all, I was like, you know what? When I watch this, I am so gonna hate that I did that because it's gonna look weird. The self judgment is real. What a day. What a week, actually. For those in my private life, you have some insight as to why I took that deep breath, child. But for those who aren't, I'm not gonna, go through all the details, child. Just keep me in prayer, honey. But when I started to think about doing this video, I was like going on a totally different sphere. I was going to talk about the importance of keeping your circle tight, the importance of making sure that you actually vet your friends, people that you say are friends or even associates for that matter. But I went to lunch with my bestest child, Marlene Yvette. Some of you guys have seen her in the videos. And, we had a long conversation, as we always do. And we talk about, life and God and all that stuff that most people would think is really, boring. But for us, it's just, a walk in the park. That's what we do all the time. We make a conscious decision not to talk about people or events, but to talk about ways of improving ourselves. It's an agreement that we made. That being said, I started going through all of the events that have transpired over the last 14 days. And I began to think about a situation in my life. And I started connecting the dots. I was like, why am I going through this? I don't get what's trying to emerge from all this. Hey, Phil. And during lunch today, I got it. I was like, you know what? I am getting to experience what it was like for, my son's father once he and I decided to part ways. There's something to be said about, when you decide just, I'm going to do me. I'm going to do me on a very high level. I have to cut my losses. I have to go out and do this thing that's calling me. Sometimes other people get caught in the crosshairs of that. And when I say they get caught, that's not my actions catching them. It's more of them reacting to my actions. And I'll say why I say that. Long story short, I had a situation that did not go as I had planned it to go. It turned into something that is a bit uncomfortable for me, long story short. But I started seeing parallels between how I reacted to my son's father's decisions regarding the method and how our marriage ended, and how this situation unfolded. And I saw myself in this person. I couldn't see that until today, actually. I know, right? I'm a therapist. Child. I'm still working on me. And I saw the fear of abandonment. I saw the pain of separation. I saw the fear of, what do I do now? I saw the anger of, you should have told me earlier. You brought me here. You should have told me earlier. I saw the desperation of, I'm going to get back at you any way I can. If I have to call the police on you, I'm going to get back at you. Even if you didn't do anything and nothing happens, I'll embarrass you to get back at you. And when I thought about that, I'm getting emotional. I saw so much of myself, so much of that hurt that I had so many years ago. And so much of that, I gotta hold on to, I gotta grip some type of control. I have to make this make sense for me. And the way that I make this make sense is by controlling what happens now. And I had so much compassion for the person who I thought was my enemy. Not my enemy, but myself. me being able to see myself through a different lens when I felt like everything that I had just, had blown up. And me being able to, for an instance, be on the side of my ex-husband, just knowing, you know what, I have to do this. I can't imagine my life not being me, doing me. It doesn't really matter who else it impacts. And I could never see that before, because my vision for my life is higher than that. And when I was able to connect myself to this person, I could forgive him. Forgiveness is really shallow until you fill it with compassion. Until you really step in that person's shoes and you understand, oh, I get it. Hey, Sergio, I get it. I understand what this is. I can see myself and love that part of myself that just wants to fight. Because fighting is better than laying down. Fighting means that, I'm still alive. I still have a say-so. I can still self-determine. But I think there's healthy ways to do that. One of the healthy ways to fight is just to move on. That's what I had to learn how to do. I had to learn how to, cut my losses and move on. It didn't matter that I felt that I was wronged. It didn't matter that it felt uncomfortable. It didn't matter that I didn't know which steps to take. It didn't matter that I didn't have anything. Because I knew that the God who placed me in that lesson would graduate me to that next phase of my life. So sometimes we go through all these upheavals, transitions, rapid change, because control is an illusion. Don't force yourself against it. Go with the flow. Just relax and allow the experience to unfold. And I guarantee you'll end up seeing, you know what, I really needed to learn that. I really needed to see myself in this situation. I really needed to have compassion for the Marianne in 2015 who was dead set on just, blowing up my ex-husband's world or defaming his character or, getting back at him any way that I can, any way that I could rather. So I had that epiphany today. But I also wanted to share another thing, and that has to do with my original intent for this. Hey, Cleveland. And that's in regards to your circle, keeping your circle tight. I always tell people, keep your circle tight now. You don't need everybody in your business. Like I always say in these videos, I'm very transparent. What you see is what you get. One of the things that most of my friends, well, hell, all of my friends know, is that I don't have to lie to kick it, child. That's not me. No, never has been me. Unfortunately and fortunately, I'm honest to a fault. But in terms of keeping your circle tight and being able to be honest to a fault, I found this. You're the main actor in your life. So if you're the main actor in your life, everyone else in your life is just, there to interact with you, to be a part of that ensemble cast, to watch you on stage. So let's imagine this. Let's imagine that you're the main actor. You're starring in your own play. That's called Your Life, right? And you are at the Apollo Theater. Where legends are born, child, because you are a legend, and it's not in your own mind. Now, not just in your own mind, child. You are a legend. When God made the mold for you, that was it. There's not another Philip. There's not another Sergio. There's not another Cleveland. Just you. So you're the actor on the main stage. You're at the Apollo Theater. Who would you select to be on that front row? Think about it. Who would be there? Hey, Blanca. Who are the people who would be lined up, who you knew would cheer you on, who you knew would be smiling the entire time that you're performing, who would be sending you all of that love and being so happy for you that you had your moment to shine in the spotlight? I can guarantee if you can count more than 5 people, count yourself blessed. More than 10 people, child, I don't even know what to say. More than an entire road, child, you done outdid yourself. Now, I want you to think about the people who are in the matinee section. And that's the they're kind of behind. They're not, in the shadows per se. They're close enough where they can see you. Who are those people? How often do you talk to them? How often do they send you a text or, in these day and ages, if somebody calls you, child, they must love you and adore you. But how often do you call them? How often do you guys interact? Those people who are in the matinee section. How many people are there? Now think about the people who are upstairs in the balcony. Why are they there? Why are they so close to that exit sign and so easy for them to just walk down them stairs and get out, child? How often do you interact with the people who are on the balcony? Who are they? Are they friends? Are they business associates? Are they former friends? Are they family members? Hello, somebody. Just because you family don't mean that y'all get along. The thing that we need to do, just as human beings, is to stop trying to get people from the balcony to the front row. They're not trying to walk down and trying to get back in your good graces to get to that front row. But sometimes when we come from a place of, you know what, I just want everybody to be happy. I want to take care of everything. I want to make sure that everything is, copacetic, child, and that nobody is mad at me. We're always pulling people from that balcony, trying to get them to the matinee or to the front row, and they don't deserve to be there. If they're in the balcony, you might as well just let them out the door. What are you doing? I'm saying this to you, saying it to myself. The people who are on my front row, they know who they are. The people who are in the matinee, they also know who they are. But I no longer choose to have people in that balcony. If we are that far removed, if there was a reason to put you on that balcony so close to the exit, we don't need to have no more talk. And that's not me having anything against anyone, because I don't have anything against anyone. But if I can't find a reason to have anything for you other than the fact that you are a child of God and that I can love you from that place, we don't need to have any interactions. I don't need to invite you to my son's birthday parties. You don't need to invite me to your kids' birthday parties. We don't need to pretend like we're friends on Facebook or IG or like each other's pictures or quotes or anything like that. What we need to do is thank each other for that experience and go on our separate ways. There's no hate. There's no separation, because how can we be separate when we're all connected? We're all children of God. But there is a respect of just thank you for that lesson that you taught me. Thank you for being in my life at that time. Thank you so much for showing up the way that you did in a way that I could understand it. And then going on. Cleveland, I'm trying to tell the truth. So, in saying all that and wrapping this up, child, because I have a meeting with Linda Santoro, who is the Beverly Hills Dream Coach, child. She is awesome. If anyone out there has any dream that is unrealized, child, just give her a call. And she knows everybody. She knows how to connect people in order to, make their dreams come into fruition. But so thank you, Linda. But in saying all that, I say this: honor yourself, honor your truth, honor your intuition. Trust those nudges that you get, those visions, even if it seems like you're just daydreaming. You're not. That's how Spirit talks to you. That's how God talks to you. Sometimes if you're not, if you don't spend enough time, child, like I used to be, in prayer and meditation, it'll seem like, oh, well, where did that come from? Where did it come from? If you know that it didn't come from you, child, 9 times out of 10, it came from God. Go ahead and trust it. Go with it. And if you feel something, trust it. Don't let your intellect override your blessing. I can't tell you how many times I have intellectualized my emotions, intellectualized my intuition, and intellectualized myself into a bad situation. The epitome of being a smart ass. So don't be like me. Please learn from my mistakes, child. But with that, I will let you go, family. That's my talk for today. I hope it was a blessing to somebody, because it definitely blessed me to get all of this out. So enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Friday, child, honey. And be blessed and love yourself. All right, family. Bye.